This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be cold in it. But I like to thank everyone out here from my family, first and foremost. I try not to get emotional, but my mom would be so proud. My grandmother, my great aunt. But I got my aunts and uncles here, my sister, the love of my life, my two children. And being in public service is not easy. You can't make people happy all the time. Sometimes the picture it doesn't look as it's painted. You know, people don't know your situations. They don't know your personal sacrifice. They don't know the things that you've been through. And I just want everybody here to know, listen, I'm just like you. I'm born and raised in Atlantic City. Forget what Mr. Banks say, I'm from VAC. But in all seriousness, like I said, I'm one of you. I went to the same schools you went to the same church you went to, played in the same neighborhoods you went to, even participated in mischief night like you. But it's important that, you know, people see you aspire higher, they see you in positions and think that you forgot where you came from. I didn't do that. The first thing I did when I was a child growing up, all my elders told me, Marty, go to school, go to college, graduate, come home, and make a decent living for yourself, because never forget where you came from. I didn't do that. And I know some people want to criticize because I've held various public positions and, you know, of taxpayers' money. But I earned every damn dime of the taxpayers' money on every job that I had. I've went above and behind. I've done some things to help people. I've participated with youth. I'm human. And that's the point that we want to drive home. While a lot of people live in Atlantic City, it's good to make money here, it's good to play here, but they don't want to live here. I built my dream home in the same neighborhood that I grew up in. So instead of being criticized, you know, young people like my son and others should look up and say, when I grow up, I want to be like Marty Small, other men in the community who has a commitment here to the city of Atlantic City. When you look at the things that's going on here in Atlantic City, as you see over my right shoulder, you see cranes. There's going to be a lot of development taking place. Our beautiful boardwalk is finally going to go all the way down to Gardner's Basin by the end of the year. You go further down the boardwalk when it's completed, Bart Blackstein just bought another property. You see the news last week where Hard Rock Casino is coming here to Atlantic City. Why is that important? A town that has been decimated, losing over 15,000 jobs. We're going to get them back slowly but surely. They're going to put 3,000 jobs back on the road. When you look at family fun entertainment, we're going to have a roller coaster down there on MLK and the boardwalk. We're going to have the observation wheel at the Steel Pier. And there's other people that's still willing to develop and believe in Atlantic City. And it's important. I believe in Atlantic City. Like I said, politics sometimes is a very thankless job. You get no credit for what you do, and you get all the blame that you don't deserve. But I'm standing here today, as Corsi said, we go back and forth. I was Marty Small, the youngest councilman in the history of the city of Atlantic City. But I stand here today from being the youngest to having old experience. God knows I've been through some troubled times. And I fought the good fight, and I stood tall personally, so I continue to represent the city of Atlantic City. And when you look at it now, years later, I'm now Marty Small Sr., the husband of Dr. LaQuetta Small, the father of Jada Small, the father of Marty Small Jr., the love of my life. I have a great team here, and I'm just going to talk about them briefly. Derek Kason, who has been a passionate person in this community for years. Derek Kason loves the community. He's involved in the churches. He's a local musician. More importantly, he's an Eagle fan. But Derek Kason loves this community. I'm honored that when I asked him that he said he was thinking about running anyway, and I'm glad that he's joined the team. Coach Lamont Fauntleroy, and I call him Coach Lamont to this day. I'm 42 years old, he's still Coach Lamont. The only disagreement Coach Lamont and I ever had was Coach Lamont didn't think I was a starting pitcher. He always said I was a closer. We're not going to get into the stories, but he's been with me through PAL, Boys and Girls Club, and now a big-time director with the Youth Advocate Program. I appreciate it. And last but not least, when I talk about my team, I see young Bruce Weeks, who is the true definition of the ultimate millennial in my book. I've had to fight the good fight. I've had to struggle to come up in Atlantic City politics. As Mr. Garrett said, people didn't want to step aside. But how hypocritical would Marty Small be if I did the same thing? This is the future of Atlantic City. And I'm glad to take part. Bruce Weeks, you have a tremendous future ahead, and you have a lot to offer this city, and I'm going to see to it that you do it.
That's right for you. That's right for you. That's right, baby.
We all talked about the state takeover. Last year was a trying time. I finally became council president, and people said to me, well, Marty, you're the council president now. The state done took over. It's the worst time. I said, not at all. You know, it's the best time, because this city is worth fighting for. And Lord knows that I've been through the ringer with the state of New Jersey personally, professionally, by losing an $88,000 job, and politically.